foreign ministry says you're not telling the truth when it comes to...
Welcome to SNN, episode 11, where I mock the news relentlessly, if possible. Sometimes I get angry at it and rant, and it is what it is. So let's get into the war, which is a dangerous thing to even talk about because, you know, the biggest critics of it are basically like Tucker. I think they're trying to get him to go to jail now, like arrest him and shit. Joe Kent, they're saying he's leaking stuff, and it appears that it's probably just from the conversation he had with Tucker, and I didn't hear anything crazy that would have compromised our intelligence, but you know, in times of war, political enemies have been known to be persecuted, and it's not completely out of the ordinary. It's not. So, Trump this morning had made a, I don't know if this is the full video. I'm hoping it is. But he claims that him and Iran have made, you know, they've been negotiating, and this is all through Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Now, I don't know if you trust those people. Iran definitely doesn't, and I definitely don't know if they're telling the president the truth about whether these negotiations are going well because of the things that Iran are saying. But let's first get into what he said and hear what he said.
Foreign ministry says you're not telling the truth when it comes to productive conversations to end the war.
Well, they're going to have to get themselves better public relations people. We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement. Perhaps that hasn't been conveyed. The communication, as you know, has been blown to pieces. They're unable to talk to each other. But we've had very strong talks. Mr. Witkoff and Mr. Kushner had them. They went, I would say, perfectly. I would say that if they carry through with that, it'll end that problem, that conflict. And I think it'll end it very, very substantially.
That sounds great, and I would love for it to be true, and I hope it is, really. But, you know, I'm thinking about it. There's all these people that are in this whole negotiation, and he just made he made a statement in a longer form of that. I've seen the longer video of that where he said something. They were like, "Who were you talking to?" And he said he couldn't tell who he was talking to, but he said it wasn't the Supreme Leader, their new Supreme Leader, which is the son of their last one. And he said he didn't want them to get killed, so he didn't want to reveal their name, which is interesting. It's either he thinks, it has to be one or the other. Either he thinks that these people are they're illegitimate in Iran to the point where Iran would want to kill them because they're not really Iranian government, or they really are Iranian government, and Israel, they're worried that Israel will kill them during negotiations because it's happened before. They've literally bombed people at negotiations in Lebanon. It's happened. It's fucking happened. And then they're like, we took out Hezbollah terrorists. It's like, dude, they were trying to negotiate with you. God, you wonder why people hate you when you do shit like this. So I just, how can you trust it? You cannot trust the negotiation. I mean, just don't know what to do, because you can go to Al Jazeera, which is definitely going to have a more Middle Eastern take on it. And I guess Tehran calls Trump peace talks, claims fake news. Now, there could be a whole litany of angles around this. It could be real. And Trump might be like, hey, you got to deny it. And, you know, it could be the whole situation of they're just trying to not let Israel in on it at all. And best thing would be for Iran to deny it, maybe. But I don't think they trust anything from the Trump administration, and certainly not from Israel. So, live update. Kuwait is responding to incoming missile and drone attacks. Trump to blame for almost 75% jump in U.S. petrol prices. Yeah. Attacks on Iran energy facilities facilities in, I can't read that, to complicate situations. And so let's see their article. They deny that Trump did this. Senior Iranian officials have denied that Iran held hostage with the United States just hours after U.S. Donald Trump claimed that there were very good and productive conversations. It was very good. It was very productive. And according to these people, it's like, we didn't say shit to these motherfuckers, man. What are they talking about? Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammed Balalala said that on Monday, no negotiations have been made with the U.S. It's fake news used to manipulate the financial oil markets and escape the quagmire in which the U.S. and Israel are trapped. Isn't this so good? Isn't this what we wanted to hear? And it just doesn't sound good at all. And when someone's losing, they don't want to ever admit that they're losing. I've seen it. Even in a fight, it'll go to a decision. There's a clear winner. And then the winner gets announced, and then the loser sits there, what? Like, dude, you lost every fucking round. Why are you surprised? Oh, you landed 2 punches to his 45 or whatever? I mean, that's the kind of shit. So, I don't know who's right. But I look at it from all angles. Even let's go to the Israel Times, right? Netanyahu, I would love to get what he said today in here. Netanyahu supposedly said something, let me see. Potential Iran deal. Thing. Weird. Okay, I enhances. A potential Iran deal touted by Trump would protect Israel's vital interests. Israel will continue to strike Iran while talks are ongoing, the Prime Minister says. Tehran said to seek control over the Hormuz Strait. May be willing to pause ballistic missile program, reduce enrichment. Like they give a fuck. Come on. It has nothing to do with that anymore. We remember the 12-day war where we ended it, and then they rebuilt it in a year, supposedly, and now we're in a war for 47 years, and then Trump says one thing like, he's said everything from we won the war, we're winning the war so bad, we need help with the war, and depending on who you ask, we're not even in a war. All these contradictions. And there's still Trump supporters sitting out there being like, we were at war for 47 years. Did you think that a year ago? At all? Any of you? Did you ever think that a year ago? Or is it just because Donald Trump said it and you have to just... seriously, at a point you got to realize you're in a cult. At a point you just got to realize it, okay? I was a supporter too at one point, okay? But we got played. Admit it. I didn't like admitting it. I was in denial too. Direct talks between U.S. and Iran could be held in Islamabad as soon as this week. Sources: IDF strikes Hezbollah targets in Beirut. And let's go to the war up. Oh wait, no, this is. Okay. I'll go back to this because this was saying something that was very troubling to me. Really? After speaking to Trump, Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu vows to keep striking Iran.
מוקדם יותר היום שוחחתי עם ידידנו הנשיא טראמפ. הנשיא טראמפ מאמין שיש סיכוי למנף את ההישגים הכבירים של צה"ל וצבא ארצות הברית כדי לממש את יעדי המלחמה בהסכם. הסכם שישמור על האינטרסים החיוניים שלנו. במקביל, אנחנו ממשיכים לתקוף גם באיראן וגם בלבנון. אנחנו קודשים את תוכנית הטילים ותוכנית הגרעין עד דק וממשיכים לפגוע קשות בחיזבאללה. רק לפני ימים אחדים חיסלנו עוד 2 מדעני גרעין והיד עוד נטויה. אנחנו נשמור על האינטרסים החיוניים שלנו בכל מצב.
Their vital interest is taking over the Middle East and becoming a superpower and transferring all of our wealth to them and to Ukraine to fight the world war against Russia that's upcoming. Oh wait, sorry, that wasn't true. I don't know where I thought that. Anyway, wasn't that great? Woo 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 woo. Tehran calls. So it's U.S. is coming. Economic pain. Trump unwilling to withstand ramifications much longer. I hope he fucking won't. Because right now, it's insane. It's insane. Alright. Now, there's updates. Can you get the fuck off of my screen? Iran war update. Okay, so Trump wanted to make a deal. Iran denied it. This is all covered. Financial markets are seeing a spell of relief. It's down to $100. It's down to $100. That's how bad it is. A month ago, $100 would have been like the worst. Like, oh my god, we're going up to 100? Down to 100 now. Good. Isn't it great? Are you happy? I am happy. We're going to lose our empire and transfer it to Israel. We're fighting this war on purpose to fail, at least for the U.S. Because we want to serve Israel, because for some reason, people think they're the best. We would rather them do a Bolshevik type resolution through the whole world. Da, da, da. Sorry. I sarcastic there. Anyway, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will keep attacking. Israel has kept up its barrage of strikes in Lebanon. Building in Israel hit after Iranian missile attack. Now, I was several killing air attack in Iraq's province. Russia to evacuate more personnel from Iran's nuclear power plant. Yeah, because of the psychotic person in charge is just like, hey, we won't nuke you, but you know what we'll do? We'll bomb your nuclear power plant, so you'll have a worse than Chernobyl effect. Yeah. The peace president. Piece of shit president. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters that Russia had urged the U.S. to avoid hitting the plant, warning it could tribute irreparable consequences. No shit. Trump's a fucking... I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, man. I hope he's just blowing smoke. I really do. Israel has real concerns about what U.S. might concede in negotiations. Because they might say, hey, we want to, like, stop the war. And Israel's like, no, dude. We'd rather go down and take all of you down with us to make sure our conquest comes up right. It'll be... Oh, Secretary of Defense Trump's oils record. Good. His record was good until 2026, and then he set a record for it being even worse than Joe Biden. So I don't give a fuck who's defending him. Doug Burgum, fuck you, dumbass. And shortly after... Wow. So Israel's president almost got hit with a missile. That's crazy. Not their prime minister, which I guess is the one really in charge. Whatever that is about, I don't know. Why? Herculean effort required for all parties to come to the table. Yeah. Kuwait says responding. Flying drones and missiles. This is all in our interest. Do you see that this is all in our interest and how much it's helping us? Yay. Okay, Iran will every capability to secure security. So I know it was on this website that it said somewhere like it's predicted that like 1 point, yeah, let's Lebanese authority. Where's the? It said the UN is predicting that like over 1 million people have been displaced in Lebanon due to this. It's hard to say that this isn't already World War III. This is the type of shit that happens in those wars. I mean, 1 million people have been displaced in a country that we technically have not declared war on, or even Israel for that matter. What the fuck, man? So just kind of looking through. Okay, so where does it show the? I'm gonna look for it, and if I can't find it, I can't find it. I'm sure I could probably look it up. Really, really want to. Let's just Google. Okay. How many people does Lebanon spelled since U.S. Iran war? Okay, sorry for it took me forever to do that. More than 600,000 people have been displaced within the country, and over 300,000 others have fled abroad since the war escalated last month. Now, I'm hearing that it's even more than that now. Shit. What is happening? Get the fuck off. Alright. Almost 700,000 in a week. In a fucking week, man. So, wait, I'm seeing numbers. Nearly 1 million. I thought it's the crisis has, so this is coming from the UN refugees, has displaced an estimated 1.3 million people. 1.3 million people in this country that we're not even at war with, because there's some Hezbollah there. So that means everyone's a target, legit, to Israel. This is fucking insane. This is not. I didn't sign up for this. No one voted for this who voted Trump. He'd betrayed the shit out of his base. I don't know what they have on him, but it's sick to see that is what's happening. So, anyway, I've just accepted that this is going to be, not always sarcasm. I'll throw it in when I can. But I'm not going to apologize about it anymore, because it's just, I'm covering a war, as I've said in the past. And, that was very weird how all on the right and there's no scroller here. Try to do that, so I'll get better at this. I'll get better at it. Anyway, in a subsequent interview with CNBC, this is him lying about, or possibly lying. I don't fucking know. I hope he's not lying. I really do. And, okay, so I think I'm good on the Times of Israel, too. They're pretty much parroting a lot of what, this will probably say, Fox. The U.S. forces continue to strike Iranian military targets with precision munitions. Anti-Semitic arson attack as Iran-linked group claims responsibility. Okay, well, if it's in UK, I don't know how they're really getting their point across. Yeah. He warned, and I really believe that this is him threatening Europe. And that's the reason why, like, oh, Europe, you don't want to get involved? I mean, he's the biggest warmonger I've ever seen in my life, and he's like, this is what happened. This is what Iran did. If there was any doubt that they were an enemy of civilization, look behind me. There's destruction from a bomb. Meanwhile, the first day of the war, you were the one started dropping bombs. You killed over 100 children. And you're going to stand there and probably much less people died in the explosion behind you. All of it's a tragedy, though. Don't get me wrong. That is not sarcasm. I don't believe any of this is good, obviously. But this guy has the nerve to say that. And the other day, didn't he say something about Genghis Khan would beat Jesus Christ? I mean, this is the guy we want to ally with. This is Judeo-Christian ethics. And apparently Genghis Khan is over Jesus Christ because evil always wins. And he's saying how we're going to win this war. So is he admitting he's evil? I don't know, man. It seems like it to me. That's what I get from it. But, you know, I might just be cuckoo, like they always try to say. They always fucking shut you down. So wait, the most recent thing is from 6 hours ago. So one thing I'll give Al Jazeera, they're updating it like every minute. They are in the Middle East though, so but still, you know, communication is pretty fast these days. Blue City Crime, I love that. True crime, world, the conflict's terrible. Disasters, religion, scandals. Let's go to scandals. I'm trying to get out of this. Oh my god, the world economy faces scrutiny as Epstein ties revive past scandals. Oh, I would have never guessed a honorable institution like the World Economic Forum would have anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't believe you. Son of Norway's crown princess to face rape charges as new Epstein files mention her hundreds of times. Crown princess. I think I have to read this. The eldest son. Oh, okay. Son. I did say that the whole time. I felt like. Well. So. What do I have to say about the son? Well, I mean, I'm glad there are some people getting held to account in the world over the things that have been revealed in the Epstein files, but isn't it just crazy that nobody that's in America is? Isn't that crazy? Or in Israel? No. But hey, Epstein was a Russian asset. Remember that? Yeah. Not just Russian, he was KGB, dude. Even after the KGB was gone, he was still working long, hard hours, putting them in up until the 2010s for the KGB that dissolved in the very early 90s. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein kept it alive single-handedly on an island of fucking satanic worship and cannibalism and pedophilia. That's what happened. KGB stayed alive through Epstein. Harvard revokes professor's tenure in rare move amid data manipulation. I wonder if she had a controversial take on a certain thing. Francesca Gino, who once earned $1 million annually, maintains her. Well, she probably didn't deserve that. But let's see. Who was accused of data fraud. She was fighting the allegations for almost 4 years. The student newspaper says Gino was well known for studying honesty and ethic behavior before she was accused of some unhonest and unethic manipulating observations to support her hypotheses. The first time it has occurred in recent decades, Harvard spokesperson told Fox News Digital that the tenure was revoked. The ho, you gotta give you 10. It is revoked. It went up in smoke. Use a joke, stupid ho. Stupid ho, stupid ho, stupid ho, ho, ho. Stupid ho, stupid ho, stupid ho, ho, ho. Stupid ho, stupid ho, stupid ho, ho, ho. Stupid ho, ho, ho. That was a great song that will become a classic. through the ages and time. Now, Jake Tapper admits he didn't cover Biden's cognitive decline at nothing. He claims he'll look back on it with humility. And in the future, he'll still do the same thing, but he will look back on every other bad thing he does with humility. Every time he gets it wrong, he'll look back on it with humility. Thank you, Jake Tapper. Thank you, Jake. Jake the snake, Jake the fake, Jake the bitch. I don't like him. He gives bitches coochie itch because he got a lot of the venereals. That's true. It's in his materials. Sorry. I was covering the war. Now I'm trying to just get into the non-war news. It's just so amazing. This. Let's see. Entertainment. Oh, we gotta know about Prince Andrew and everything he do. Please tell me. Oh, there's this many. Oh, it's Prince Andrew. I was actually kind of hoping it was Prince Harry, but whatever. We'll get into Prince Andrew too. What the fuck is Sarah Ferguson? Okay, let's just do former Prince Andrew. You're not a prince anymore because you fucked some whores that were underage, and it was rape. Why did you do it? That guy was Jewish. Bribes in its truest form took place on the crown, and now anything the Israelis say UK is down to do. Except there's lots of Mohammeds in their suburbs too, so it might conflict with everything. Please sing, say hallelujah. Sorry. I'm in a singing mood, apparently. I didn't understand or recognize or recollect or even... I don't know what I did. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and diplomat Peter Mandelson photographed from the vineyard where they look down at the peasants and they grow their wine in the greenhouses because the air will contaminate the purity of the grapes that they need for their wine that will age 70 years. And they're going to drink it in 70 years. And he's drinking his 70-year-old wine right now. And he might not be a prince, and he's a little bit more of a drunk now because of that. But he still has carriages pulling him about through the city. Bill Clinton pictured with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. A new photo of Prince Andrew and British diplomat Peter Mandelson spending time with that Jeffrey Epstein character emerged in the latest investigation files. So Prince Andrew, former, can be seen barefoot and wearing white bathrobes. I'm sure he just took a bath. It was no biggie. While chatting with Epstein at a wooden table, and they were just talking about the news of the day, the weather. That's all. The photo was taken by the Department of DOJ Justice. It was believed to have been taken sometime in 1999 or 2000. That's the belief. And we're sticking to it. We're not trying. We're not thinking. No way. 3 American flags mugs sat on the table between the 3 men. Between Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. That's probably the most troubling part of it all. What were they talking about with America? Can I look at it up close? That's the grainy, shitty picture of it. Okay. Whatever. Of course, they don't answer for Andrew as he's no longer a working royal. And he ain't gonna answer either. But he's still looking above the peasants. Look at this guy. This man. They thought they had the perfect bloodline. And they look like that. Jeez. And you motherfuckers always talk shit about Irish. We were dirty. This is your royal family? That's what they look like? That guy. Him. Look at your king, too. Look at him. Look at that. That is centuries of inbreeding, okay? You can't look like that with just a couple of inbreeding. You know, that is like, this is maybe even into the thousands of years, but for sure hundreds. That's why he looks like that, dude. He looks like a pig, bro. Literally like a pig, not like the derogatory term. He looks like the animal, a pig. Put that picture next to a pig looking up at you and tell me it looks that much different. I don't think it would. But it's okay. They've been asked to consider carefully whether they saw or heard during that period of service may be relevant to our ongoing reviews and to share any information that could assist us in this investigation. So, Prince Andrew, you've gone downhill. It's funny. It's funny. You deserve it. You know, that's what happens when you get into bed with a bunch of girls that are underage. You deserve it. Where are the rest of them going down? Oh yeah, there's a war in Iran. Let's forget about it. Let's go to space. I need to get out of the world. The world will end soon. It says, I've said it before. So ICE agents begin patrolling U.S. airports. That is a good space story. Let's look at the clip and be very disturbed by the fact that these bastards are now in the airports. Cold as ice. Your sacrifice. I don't even know the lyrics. They're laughing. Why are people laughing? It's serious business here. I'm hearing heavy breathing.
Sir, I'm not asking again. Go to terminal 8.
You make him turn off his camera. That's illegal in a public setting, but you know. So they're eating Burger King in an airport, smiling and laughing about it. They're very happy. The government shut down. Now we have armed military-style people in the airports. Very soon that will be our police, and they will be getting us for criticizing the war, and I'm going to be in a friggin' van and held in detention till I'm shot. Shit. Look at this. They're patrolling the airports. And by the way, I am a U.S. citizen, so just for the record, if anyone's like, oh no, you're not a citizen, are you saying that? No. I just think criticizing the war will get you thrown in jail. Look at what's happening to Tucker. Look what's happening to Joe Kent. Joe Kent was actually very respectful in his resignation letter, and Donald Trump still attacks him right after, which proves what a piece of shit that Donald Trump is. That's all. And I wanted to get on to something else, because I began a rant about this one day, and I got interrupted. I had to help someone out. But it's a man. He works for an organization. His friend died. Right in front of his face. He claimed that when he heard it, he was in shock. He had to make phone calls. But then when we saw the video, we saw that if he really did know that his friend got shot, he didn't even look over to check on him. And he calmly walked away, and he was already on the phone and just continued talking. That guy. I believe his name is Michael McGoy, or Michelle McGoy, or McCoy? Michelle McCoy. Michelle McCoy, or Mikey McCoy. I have another worm that rhymes with Mikey that I can't say. But you are the biggest, most lying sack of human waste garbage a person could ever have as a friend. You are a complete sack of shit for walking away calmly after you're the one who claims you know he got shot. Now, if you just walked away like, oh shit, someone's shooting, I gotta get out of the way, I don't want to run either because maybe I don't know. You could have tried to offer an explanation. Instead, you lied, and then you said that you did see him get shot. So if you did, that means you're the even bigger scumbag for just turning and walking away and being a motionless robot after what you consider to be one of your friends fucking takes a bullet to the throat and dies on the spot. You are a complete piece of garbage. You're a piece of shit. It is not. This is just a fact of life. If you have a friend that would turn away and walk away after you get shot, that is not normal human behavior. Not at all. Just like Erica Kirk, she's exhibiting no signs of normal human behavior. Might be a robot, or she's completely covering up something. I wonder. But this dude had no normal human behavior. You walked away from your buddy, and you didn't even run. It wasn't even scared. And then that other guy who takes a selfie video, like as if just to document that he's scared, like or that he's there and what happened. And you know, you people, I don't know, man. I don't know about any of you. I know this. Mikey McCoy is a piece of shit. I'm saying that on behalf of Charlie Kirk. I never knew him, but I can guarantee you, Charlie Kirk were to know that he would get shot and that this man would calmly walk away with the phone in his hand, talking to his wife, Charlie's wife, and his own wife, then I think that Charlie would have fired him on the spot if he ever thought. Not all snakes can be, well, let's just say, spotted right off the bat. But he's a complete, sick individual. I honestly think you're a psychopath if you just walk away like that. And, yeah, like I said, on behalf of Charlie Kirk, you are a scumbag. You're a terrible friend. I can't speak for the dead. You guys do it all the fucking time, though. You try to act like Charlie would have wanted this, even though literally the things you argue he wanted, we have him on video saying that he absolutely didn't want. But whatever. You're taking the company in the direction outside of Charlie, and you're trying to shut down anyone who questions anything about the official narrative. That's not suspicious at all, is it? Oh, yeah. You guys are behaving like you're totally friends with Charlie by shutting down anyone who questions him and demonizing the people who are really looking into this and looking at his wife and all the weird shady shit she's done in the past. You guys are gonna be the one to point the fingers. You look more guilty than ever, and it's because of what you do. If I was your PR guy, and even if I had all the dirt or whatever you guys have on you, I would at least say behave different, because you are making yourselves look so guilty of something. Like I said, I'm not telling you what I'm not accusing you of anything other than being a fucking scumbag of a friend. That's it. And that's number one. And number two, in the moment of getting killed, by the way, I can't say you're a scumbag of a friend the whole time you knew him, okay, but you were in that moment. And number two, to go after people asking legitimate questions and trying to figure out what happened, right? To do that, that makes you absolutely suspicious and probably guilty of something. So on that note, I want to say to TPUSA and all those people, your plan backfired to hijack Charlie's ghost and speak for him. Internet still has all the clips of what he said. He was totally anti this stupid ass war that's now happening. He was around. He would be telling Trump that. And it's a sad thing that you have completely gone back on everything and all the values he stood for. I might not, and that's why he had to be taken out, because he was a reasonable guy and he would have said it like it is in a more compassionate way than others are. We're all getting angry about this stupid war. We're all cussing and screaming. He would have articulated it a lot better. I know it, because he was more of he didn't really cuss much on camera. I don't even know if he ever cussed on camera, or even in real life, for all I know. But I know there's a lot of snakes around you, man. They're behaving so fucking weird. So it is unfortunate that is Basically, that's where we are. Very unfortunate. And I guess I'll end on a story, hopefully. Yes. Suspect with 97 prior arrests. You know, the great country of America. God bless America. We gotta God bless America, man. This guy got out 97 times. This is the kind of freedom we have. We got the freedom to just completely break every law and get away with it. From sea to shining sea. Come on.
Copy speed 100 now.
Let's get to the G's. He's speeding down a tunnel.
1931.
It's good stuff. Where will he go? Where is he gonna pivot? Is it just? I don't
Copy
know.
right on the Capitol Way. That would be northbound traffic light 1932.
Let's just get further so I can see what happens and not wait for everybody.
Show me your hands. Turn around.
Yes.
Turn around.
Yes, you
Hey.
must do that.
21st and Golf Club 2 at gunpoint.
We're gonna make it 98 arrests. Guy's gonna
Stay right there. Do not move.
fucking break
If you move,
going for
force
the
will be
Guinness
used
Book of
against
World
you.
Records here.
Yep. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
And also the jail is going for a Guinness Book of World Records for how many times they've let a person out. Remember 3 strikes? That's a bunch of bullshit now, I bet. What the fuck? Get your hands up and then it doesn't show anything?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going out of jail. We're fine. With nearly 100 arrests, he's back behind bars, and he left him on a dangerous chase following stealing some shit at a retail store. Police released video of the chase and the suspect's eventual capture. The deputies spotted the suspect's truck on Interstate 5 near Olympia, but before they could initiate a stop, the driver sped off. Unfortunate. Then they put a gun to him, and he had his hands up, and then they shot him in the face. That's actually how that ended. Yeah, is what happened. So, and Bill Cosby, oh, come on, man, leave him be. It's okay. The statute of limitations. If this was real, they're just stealing his money now. He already went to prison. I'm not, and by the way, I know he did terrible things, and they were unsealed court documents, so I know it's facts. But that was only proven for one person, I believe. And I'm sure he did it to more than one person, and all that. But, I mean, at the end of his life, why didn't you do this at the height of his career, man? So we could have, did you just enjoy the Cosby Show too much? We're like, hey, I love that show. And I'm not gonna report the rape that he did to me until the full run of shows are over. And they even waited an extra 10 years just in case he might have released another show. That might be it. I don't know. I'm not defaming you. I'm thinking maybe that's what you thought. If I'm wrong, apologies to the victims. Obviously, they are victims of this guy. Him. Look at him. That. And as horrible of a person as he might have been and all the things he might have done, you know, still doesn't look as inbred as former Prince Andrew. And I'll say that. God bless America. Hopefully, all the people on both sides of this conflict that are getting needlessly killed and maimed, we'll see an end to this. See a resolution and end to this soon. I really hope so. Genuinely, not sarcastically. If not, then I'm gonna keep covering a war, and I'm gonna keep talking shit and ranting along with what I already do, just cover the news most accurate way that a person could ever do. Okay? So, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.